What colours do you associate with me? I bet yellow is one of them. Well, today we're going to find out if yellow is in fact my colour, because one of you suggested in the comments of my breastfeeding outfits summer video that I should get a professional colour analysis, and so that is what we are doing. Am I emotionally ready to have my whole identity stripped of me? No. If it turns out that like autumnal colours aren't my vibe and that like actually yellows and oranges don't suit me, what am I gonna do? What am I actually going to do? So yeah, we will see, but I'm also very, very, very excited. Okay, we are here with Sian, who is a personal stylist and colour expert. I am so excited to find out what my colours are.
Yeah.
Please explain what we're doing here. How does this work?
Give me the goss.
Yeah.
Give me the goss. So we are going to have a colour analysis session. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at your skin. So it's either going to be warm or cool.
Okay, I'm hoping warm.
We'll soon find out.
I think warm.
In terms of figuring out if you're warm or cool, the easiest way to kind of know the difference between warm and cool, warm, stuff happens to your skin. For example, freckles, you can tan, you can blush.
Okay, I can tan. The other two,
TBC.
Yeah.
You'd know if you flush.
Yeah, okay.
And if you have a cool skin tone, nothing much tends to happen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that,
difference.
I mean, there's a lot more to it than that,
Right.
but it's just, you know,
So I'm
keeping
still
it simple.
fairly confident that I'd be warm.
Yeah.
But maybe not in my face. My face doesn't tan as well as the rest of my body.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys,
don't
do
worry.
you see how nervous I am? Like, what if I'm a winter person when it comes to colours? Like, I have an absolute identity crisis.
No, you won't. You'll be fine. Also, if you suddenly do suit colours that you're not expecting, there's ways around it and ways that
You're
we
here
can,
to like hold my hand through the process, guide me.
There's going to be no colour trauma.
Yay! Okay, good to know.
So let's chat colour. Let's chat a little bit about the theory behind everything.
Ooh.
There's science, and then I think we'll just go for the draping because that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for.
The draping. The draping.
So, what is going on here? Are we going to pick up some paint? Because that's what it looks like.
Paint for our bodies.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see here that there's 4 groups of colour.
Yeah.
Now, we've briefly spoken about skin tone and that colour analysis is all about your skin. So either warm colours or cool colours will suit you. The warm and the cool colours are in 4 groups and we call them in colour analysis seasons. So we've got spring, which are really light, bright and clear colours.
Right.
And autumn, which are lovely, rich, muted and earthy. There's no... I wonder what you want to be.
Please ignore me.
And then the cool colours are summer.
Oh, that one's... I could not. I was like, which one is which?
Which
yeah,
one's
okay,
which?
so summer.
I describe them as the lazy, hazy days of summer, you know, and everything's kind of a bit faded because everything's so bright. So it's basically colour with lots of white in, so it makes them much cooler.
Ah, okay.
And then we've got winter, which is really vibrant and very striking, a bit like the season. It's either in really, really sunny or it's really, really miserable. What you can see and what blows my mind still is anyone can wear any colour, but it's getting the right tint or shade. So you can see how different all the 4 reds are, how different the blues are. There's some crossovers, of course, particularly in the neutrals, but essentially it's all about wearing a colour but in the right tint or shade.
Right,
and
okay.
That's, when we're left to our own devices, can get a bit tricky.
Yeah, and I definitely just like have certain colours in multiple shades and things, and then I can never wear them together because it looks weird. And I'm like, oh, why can't I wear this like fully orange outfit when all the oranges are different?
You probably could.
I could try.
Yeah, you could have it well. Basically, what we want to do is get the best season for you, the best colours, so that your skin looks amazing.
And so when you like find what someone's season is, do you also find, is there always like one colour as well that it like suits someone the most, or is it just like a collection?
A little bit. Normally, there's also, you know, you need to remember that you're a human, you're unique, right? We're all, say if we all suited the same colours, we'd wear them in a different way, would feel different confident wearing them. I'd be terrified about putting you in a box. So what's amazing is, as you can see all of these colours on all 4 of the fans,
Yeah.
there's 3 options of each. Now, the colour on the outside is going to be the truest and the best for your skin. The reason for that is like the perfect mix of the balance of the colours. However, you might be very anti-blue, say. So, you know, sometimes wearing colours that you don't resonate with, because colour's emotive, it's going to bring emotions out. It could be more detrimental. So what we could do is start you in softer colours.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they're like paler.
Exactly. So it's just it's almost like an easy gateway in.
Beginner level.
Yeah, we've got beginners, intermediate, advanced.
Nice. Yeah.
Hopefully we could just go for advanced.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that you've got options. And when we talk about makeup a bit later as well, you know, you might not want to put something like that on your skin straight away. You might want to drop it down. So it's options, variety, all of that.
We love that. Okay. So is it time to drape?
Yes,
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
Let's do it.
We are here. It's time to drape. I feel like I'm at the hairdresser's.
I feel like it's a slightly more forgiving cape than a hairdresser's.
Fair enough.
Less harsh, shall we say.
Goodness.
So what we can see is there's 4+ of every colour. We've spoken about the 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So there's 1 season in each colour.
Got it. Okay, so each season is represented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be a bit sneaky. I'm not going to tell you.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Because I can tell you're going to try guessing.
I know, I'm already like, okay, so that's
I want this one, I want this one.
Yeah.
Sadly, if you like a colour, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to suit you.
Yeah.
It sounds brutal. Try and keep your personal preference at the door. Really
Yellow,
hard.
orange, not interested.
Don't even like them.
All right.
So let's start with red. So a little bit of basic science here, but again, I like basic knowledge.
Yeah, hit us.
So colour is light. The way that our eyes see colour is through wavelengths. Longer the wavelength, warmer the colour. Red is the warmest colour of them all.
That we can see.
Yes, true. So we always start with red because our eyes will be able to see it a bit more.
Right.
Also, in terms of the psychology behind colour, when we wear red, you get a little hit of adrenaline. So if you've been up with your little one all night and you've got a big day ahead of you, wearing red can give you that boost of energy all day.
Oh.
I mean, who doesn't
It's
need
a very
little...
bold colour, so.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So it's great for things like branding as well, for people to remember you.
There we
Mine's
go.
red. What's that red one?
What's that red one? Okay,
But yeah, let's do it, shall we? So I have 4 red drapes here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put them directly below your face. Now, with colour, it doesn't matter what you wear below your waist.
Okay.
The reason it's so important directly underneath your face, so I say waist up,
Yeah.
is because the pigment in the colour you're wearing is going to reflect up onto your skin, and we want it to harmonise with the pigment in your skin.
Okay, so you're saying that even if I'm not autumnal, I can still wear those on the bottom half, is what you're saying. Excellent, right, good, that's our backup.
Told you there's a couple of gateways in, it's fine. What we're going to do is always look at the colours directly underneath your face. 2 things happen when you wear colours that don't suit you. First, you look really pale, really drawn, a little bit thick. So if you ever need to look poorly, I'm your gal.
Okay.
I can make you look great or awful.
Okay, excellent.
The second thing that happens is actually we can get darker in the areas we really, really don't want to look darker.
Okay.
So we'll have a look for that going through. I won't point them out too much because, you know, we want you to feel good. So when we're in colours that suit us, we get an even complexion.
Okay.
That even complexion is when we look our best and when we look our finest. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
So at the beginning, it can be a little bit tricky. So what we'll do, we'll just break it down into, we're going to break the face up into sections.
Oh, interesting. That's so funny because I'm immediately like, I look different. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Not why.
how and why yet.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It is mad. Essentially, little bits of fabric are going to make your face look different.
Yeah.
Mad.
Madness. Something is happening with the one that's underneath this one.
What is it? Is it good? Is it
I
bad?
don't know, but something like I think it's making my face more orange. Like I think it's actually reflecting this colour more than it's reflecting the other ones.
Is that
but
good?
I don't know whether it's because it's brighter. I honestly don't know.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, do you remember me saying we're looking for an even complexion?
Yeah.
So that basically means a little bit like a smooth layer of, say, tinted moisturisers on. So
Yeah.
what we kind of want is your chin to look the same colour as your nose to look the same colour as your forehead. We want this under eyes to be really bright. We want everything to be very smooth.
Okay.
So if we have a look here compared to here, we've got a little bit of change in terms of colour. Our lines around our mouth, our natural lines, are slightly darker.
Do you know what it is? It's like when you remove this one, it's like when we use a reflector for filming.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's like, yeah, that's what it's like.
This looks phenomenal on you.
Yeah, this one it was interesting because when you put the first one on, I was like, oh, that's a nice colour. And then when that one came down, I was like, something just changed with my face.
I don't know what it is, but stuff's happening. Smooth, bright, clear, yes.
Wild.
Mad, isn't it? Wild.
Wild, yeah. So I like this colour,
Yeah.
but I think I went pale again.
Yeah, look. Bright.
Yeah, bright. Oh my God.
Like two people. Light on, light off.
Yeah, okay. I have no idea what season this would be.
Well, you can't, I'm not telling you.
This one's winter, I think. I don't know.
Now, I'm going to do two oranges, your least favourite colour. And there's only two drapes for orange because it's a mix of two warm colours. We've got red and yellow.
Right.
So it's actually very tricky for cool skin to look good in an orange, so that's why I've only got two.
Oh.
So let's have a look.
Oh my God, is this when we find out that I actually have cool skin? Oh, I like both of the oranges. Oh, I've gone paler. I think I like the first one. I think my skin looks better with the first one.
Okay, cool. So have a little look here. Yeah.
Did I get it wrong?
I can see what you're saying, but actually it looks really bright. Looks really healthy. Here, can you see you've kind of got shadowing here? It's actually draining you more. This is the winner for me. This is all right, but we're not here for all right.
That's so funny. This is an orange that I would be more
inclined
personally and like emotively drawn to if I saw it on a rack in a shop.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It's not huge amounts in it, really.
No, not really.
Right, yellow.
Okay.
A yellow gal?
I love yellow. My wedding dress was yellow. But do you know what, interestingly, my wedding dress kind of looks more like a pastel yellow because it was like a bright, vibrant yellow, but then with like an ivory thing over the top. So then it kind of like paled it out. See, I am not a fan of this colour, but I don't know what it's doing to my face because I don't think it did anything bad to my face. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh my God. Okay, they all look great on me. I've decided.
Love this. I'm just yellow.
I have no idea. Oh my
Right, this is going to be hard for you because obviously you love mustard. Yeah. So this is, remember, taste, gone.
Gone.
No opinions.
Buy mustard. It's not that my gecko was like cold mustard, it's fine.
No big deal.
No big deal. Okay, right, what's going on here? I don't know.
Should we
what's
keep going?
happening. Yeah, I need to.
So.
That went really bright.
One of them, your skin looks quite gold, as if you've got a tan.
Yeah.
The other one, it's bright, but it's too much.
That one is the bright but too much one.
Can you see under your eyes as well? That's kind of a bit darker. Whereas here,
that's more even.
Smooth.
More even. That's darkened me, I think. This is so interesting. Yeah.
It's a bit too rich on your skin. So what's really interesting about yellow activates the left part of our brain where we do the deep thinking. So if you're ever indecisive, or you have a lot of concentration to do, or you've got to work really smart quite quickly, surround yourself in some yellow. Yeah, it's just a bit much, sadly. Our beloved mustard, we'll
live another day.
Will, absolutely. So trousers, bottom half, fine. Also, a little cheat is, your lovely coat that you've got. If you wear a colour that's not in your season as a jacket, it's only going to hit you here. So as long as you honour your season directly below your face.
Honour your season.
Serious.
Honour your season.
It's very serious. You can get away with a classic example is a black leather jacket. Say if black didn't suit you. Black doesn't suit me. I've got a black leather jacket. No one is taking that away from me.
Does black not suit some people?
Only about 10% of people in the UK.
Oh wow, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Lots of stuff coming out.
I'm loving this palette. This is an excellent palette.
I feel like it matches your kind of energy and stuff as well. Next up is gorgeous green.
Green. Green is a colour that I love, but I just don't actually have a lot of it in my wardrobe.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's interesting because
Yeah.
green can help to reduce our cortisol levels. So it's a bit like going for a nice walk if you're a bit stressed.
There you go, out in nature.
Yeah, especially in London when there's not that much greenery, shall we say?
Oh, that did something really different.
Something happened.
Something happened. This one's a no. I've gone
Well done.
shading.
You've got a really good natural eye. You're saying it, you're a bit slow, you're not.
That's a neutral. I don't think it's doing anything terrible, but this one I think is doing the thing that really bright yellow that we didn't go for, because it's like
A bit too much.
too much.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't like that. No. Really, is this the one that's left? That one's a bit intense.
It's actually stunning on you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is this my green? I think it's because I can just like see the green
Yeah.
under my chin.
Let's just compare it to.
That one's doing nothing for me.
Yeah. This one's really freshening you up.
This is like Lego green.
Like Kermit.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
But what we can do is we'll look at the fans later when we do the big reveal, and we can look at other options
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
This is a lot.
I still really like this
Yeah.
colour, but it is very bright.
Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted.
What colour is next?
We're going to go for navies.
Ooh, okay.
So
yeah.
navy can be quite tricky to wear, and with the type of skin tone that you have, I'm going to say you've got a warm skin tone, so you're right about that.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I mean, I can tell that from these that are on my lap.
Because you're warm, blue is a cool colour, so it's going to be a little bit trickier to kind of get
okay.
right. So it's really important we nail the navy.
Nail the navy. Yeah, I do wear quite a bit of blue, but not, the only like dark blue I really wear is like jeans, like
Yeah.
denim.
That's all right, because it's, you know, waist below. Waist below, anything goes.
That's a no.
Yeah, there you go. You're in the zone now, you're understanding it a
I know
bit
what I'm
more.
looking for.
Yeah.
I'm just, it's like immediate, just like
Yeah.
brightness, like clearness.
Smoothness.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this is just like normal blues, not navy blues.
Yeah, just your classic blue. So blue releases oxytocin. So it's like having a little cuddle.
Like a little cuddle.
It's quite good for people who get quite nervous or struggle with communication, because it keeps everyone quite calm. Calm you are, better communication, better relationships, all the above.
Oh, this one's tricky. I think this one did something.
This one,
Yeah.
yeah?
This colour I would never go for. Well, no, I say I would never go for. Like, I literally have a light blue, but it's not quite this blue.
Not quite as warm.
Is that warm, by blue?
This one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that warm?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so weird. Oh, I don't know.
Because you can see this one's got loads of white in. It's making it cool.
And this one actually is
Yeah.
making my face brighter.
Really nice.
Wow, interesting. Interesting!
What's happening?
What is happening?
I also think you'll look rather delicious in this.
A little extra blue. This one's definitely still brighter,
Is it nice to have the option?
but I like this colour as well.
Great. Options.
Options.
Purple. What's your
Ooh.
thoughts?
So my thoughts have always been that everyone looks good in purple.
Oh, I love that.
Not like a lilac, like the darker side of purple. Clearly, because of the existence of your job, that's not true. But I do think that purple is a really good colour. I think I own one purple top.
I think purple's a Marmite colour for people. They either love it or hate it.
See, this is the purple that my top is. And
Okay.
I'm immediately look sunken. I wonder how much of this is coming across on camera.
Normally it's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really like that purple.
This one or the one
No, the
underneath?
one underneath is one that I'd be like more drawn towards, like just as a
So-
personal preference.
I'm going to show you a warmer version on you now. So it's still dark, but can you see how much more red it's got in? Much better.
Yeah.
Much clearer on your skin. Lovely and smooth.
Wow.
That's stunning as well.
Yeah, that one looks really nice.
And this one,
No.
nah, it's all right, isn't it? But again, we're not here for all right.
This is what we've got so far.
Dreamy. Right, pink.
Oh, okay.
I've got loads of pinks because pink is a really cool colour. It's a form of red, and because it's got a load of white chucked in, that's what makes it cool.
Cool. I think I have one pink top. It's not a colour I naturally gravitate towards.
It's got two associations with it. Stronger pinks are great for kind of making progress, really showing up, kind of getting stuff done. And a softer pink is quite good for showing that you're listening, a bit more of an empathetic side.
Right, that was an immediate no. The other two I was not sure about. That changed the colour of my skin, but I don't know if I like how it changed the colour of my skin.
What is going on?
Okay, so the two pinks, the two bottom ones, which I think are the ones that look the best
Yeah.
on me, are the ones that I would
Never.
touch.
I'm going to show you a warm version of a pale pink for you, so more of a peach.
Yeah, this one's cool. I don't think this one looks good.
So let me just show you the peach versus the soft.
This one's too close to my actual skin tone.
Yeah, but if you look at the difference it's making with
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we talk about makeup, you've got what we call a peaches and cream complexion.
Okay.
So when you're choosing new colours, if you want to wear makeup, peachy, apricot, golden tones.
Is that like the orange undertone thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I think this one.
Also, I think you're going to look quite beautiful in the coral.
I like that. Yeah.
Really nice.
Basically, I think what I'm learning is that it's like block primary colours.
Yeah, it's the best way to describe the colours.
Yeah.
Quite easy to remember now as well.
Yeah.
Neutrals. Going to do some brands.
This one I like,
Yeah.
which I wasn't expecting. Because all of the other kind of like dark tones like that have not looked good. I went there with that one. No. I'm learning.
She's good.
Yeah, no, that's too close to my actual colour of my skin, I think.
Remember, we're looking for a lovely, even, smooth complexion.
So what you're telling me is this one actually looks good on me.
I haven't said anything. You're telling me.
Okay, this I can see dark here.
Much smoother. Now, you've had a white cloak
Yeah.
on for this whole thing, so it might be a bit...
See, this one makes me look brighter, but I think in the same way that those other ones before, it was like bright, but then like, ugh.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, like, then it's like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful and even and just warm. You look gold again, that lovely tan. And that's what we want. We want to be golden goddesses, don't we?
They always do sometimes get a bit like, why is my face so much paler than the rest of my body? Because when I tan, I like tan really well, and then my face still looks really pale, but maybe it's the colours that I'm wearing.
A couple of greys, so let's see
Oh.
if you've got your right grey on today.
Oh yeah.
Now, grey's not going to be life-changing on you. Sorry to break it to you. The reason for that is it's two cool colours mixed, well, black and white mixed together.
Oh, okay.
So what we're looking at is probably the smooth
The
texture.
least offensive one.
Yeah. What, no drama on the skin?
The bottom one.
Yeah, well done.
I passed. So do I not suit black? Am I in the 10%?
Find out in a minute.
Oh my god.
So we're going to do gold and silver.
Ooh. Okay. As you can
Predictions.
see, I'm wearing gold jewellery. My wedding ring is gold. Like, if we've established that I'm warm, I'm like, I better be gold. I better suit gold. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to like
Reevaluate your entire
Yeah.
existence.
I mean, that looks good to me. That looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah, no. Yay, we're gold. Okay, I got that right.
If we don't have to reevaluate everything,
I
it's
don't have to
fine.
sell my wedding ring and start again.
Right, our friend.
So there's
or
just
foe.
one black one.
What I'd like you to do is choose one colour that surprised you the most and then your favourite.
Oh.
And we're going to compare it to black.
Okay, this one surprised me the most.
Yeah.
And then my favourite is probably the orange.
Orange, yeah, nice.
Oh, look at those two together. It's giving me Megan Jane Crab. So what am I doing? Am I holding these up
So
and then...
pop them on as if I was going to drape. That's it.
Okay.
Flat on. Great. That colour combination has to be your next new look. Are we ready? Predictions? Yes or no?
I want to say yes. I do wear a lot of black, but if
What are you
it's
saying?
like the darkest of all of the cool, you know what I mean? I'm like probably not. But I don't know. I do like wearing black when I do. So let's find out. Oh no. Yeah, that is like. Yeah, that's different.
You're in the 90%.
Oh, I'm in the 90%.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said, oh, so only 10% if it
Only
was suit black.
10%. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so I'm in the majority. Ooh. Ooh.
I feel like it's my nemesis. Because everyone's like, it's slimming. No, it's not. Everyone's like, it goes with everything. Actually, if you look at black with all of your beautiful palette, it actually can be, it's almost quite harsh or can kill the colour.
Kill the palette. Oh, wow. Okay, well, black, goodbye.
Yeah, bye. So long. She's not the one.
No.
But again,
This pink is apparently.
Yeah.
What?
but in terms of your season,
Okay, can
what
I
do you
guess?
reckon? Of course.
I think I'm spring.
She's a spring queen.
Who knew?
Yeah, light, bright and clear colours. So you've got a warm skin tone. You're not the warmest season, so autumn is the warmest.
Yeah,
So here
this
she
is so fun. Do you know what? When I think about my summer wardrobe wardrobe does very well in this colour
Yeah.
palette. There is still a mustard in there.
I know, there's
I
a
saw
nice-
a mustard.
More caramel. There you go.
Ah.
Have a little look.
This is fun. Okay. Oh, okay.
So there are some crossover colours. You know, obviously I know that you are really hoping to be in autumn.
Well, do you know what? I'm
You've
warm.
taken it well.
I'm warm. If I'd have been in winter or summer, then I might have had words, but I can work with this.
I'm leaving.
Because look at that.
There she is.
Oh, wow. I still feel like I'm very much in my like restricted breastfeeding wardrobe.
Yeah.
Once I'm done breastfeeding, whenever that may be, I've got loads of clothes that are in like vacuum packed bags.
Oh, amazing.
That, you know, are ready to see the light of day again, and it's going to be fun like going through them all, because I can definitely think of some off the top of my head already where I'm like, that's a spring, that fits with this palette. This has been so fun. So here we have my spring colour palette,
Yes.
which is just like looking at a rainbow. It's making me very happy.
Although it's amazing looking at a rainbow, sometimes, you know, you're not going to want to look like a rainbow.
Well,
Not very often. But what I think is really cool to learn about after having your colours done is how on earth to mix colours. Because you said at the beginning, 4 or 5 different oranges that you like wearing. Will it work? And actually, yeah, it will. It's called a monochromatic palette. So a monochromatic palette, not to be confused with black and white, because lots of people think a monochromatic palette is black and white. Monochromatic palette is 3 or more of the same colour. So it could be as easy as these 3 colours together. Could be a bit of this one with a bit of this and a little bit of this. Anything goes, basically, as long as it's 3 or more of the same colour.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so it could be a dress with a belt and a shoe.
I see it.
Or it could be a print with 3 different oranges in.
And there are still some kind of like mustards in here as well.
Absolutely. They're slightly more yellowy, goldy compared to the one that we tried on you, which is why they'll be a bit better on you.
Okay. So I have to take this with me every time I go shopping and just be like,
Is this it?
Is this the colour?
Exactly. You can always, text me and send me a picture.
Sean,
Help! You should see my phone. It's just called help, 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 help. Is this my colour? Is this my colour?
Lots of pictures.
So if you want to wear lots of different oranges, you can.
Yeah.
And remember, waist down doesn't matter what you wear because it's not going to reflect up onto your skin.
That's interesting.
Waist up, très important.
Très important.
The best way of starting to honour your palette,
Honour my season.
particularly when, again, you finish breastfeeding, is to swap your neutrals to your right neutrals.
Okay.
So goodbye to the whites, give them to charity or resell them.
Right.
You could get ivories instead. Your navy, your ivory, soft grey and a camel as neutrals.
Okay.
And they are going to work with every colour that we have here. So that's the easiest way of starting to wear your spring palette. The next easiest way is called block colour. Literally 1 colour, head to toe. So
Done.
your faves, easy.
Done.
You've got that in the bag though, so I don't think we... But you can also get things like detachable collars. You can wear lots of jewellery just to warm things up. There's ways around it. Now we're going to start talking about mixing different types of colours.
Yes.
The easiest way of starting to mix different colours together, but in a really effortless way that isn't really showy, is called tonal. That's 3 colours that sit next to each other on the colour wheel. So if we get your fan again, it could be yellow, orange, red.
Yeah, love it.
Like this.
Yeah, doon, doon, doon.
And the reason that they work and look so beautiful together is they've each got a bit of each other in.
Yeah.
So there's lots of harmony. Now, we're going to talk about a couple of other ways of mixing colours. There's something called triadic. Now, triadic is
I've
the
not heard
least...
of that one.
Exactly, it's the least heard about. The easiest way to remember it is the 3 secondary colours or the 3 primary colours. So that's your red, your blue and your yellow. And they're evenly spaced on the colour wheel.
Okay, yeah.
Now,
This is like Archie's Sissy all over again. I'm like, complementary colours,
Yes.
harmonious colours.
exactly, or green, orange, purple.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's an interesting combo. wouldn't it?
Really nice. Let's have a look at them, shall we?
But that's
Isn't
lovely.
that amazing? It's not for the faint-hearted.
This is Halloween. It's the Halloween colours.
Think of how good you can look next to Halloween. Everyone would be like, wow.
Those are the Halloween colours. That's so funny.
As long as it's just a form of one of the colours.
Oh yeah.
Totally fine. That's stunning.
So that's like kids' TV show
Yeah.
primary colours.
Here for it.
Yeah. Are those the only 2 options? And like, how do you get in pink into
So
that?
pink's a form of red.
Okay.
So actually, we can talk about complementary colours, which you mentioned a moment ago.
Yes.
And that's when they're opposite on the colour wheel.
Yes, which I love. Our living room is orange chairs and a blue sofa.
Stop it.
I love my blue and orange. That's like one of my favourite
Yeah. And then the final way is the split complementary. So it's not quite opposite, it's just 1 closer.
Oh.
So a real personal favourite combination for me is these 2.
I have been attempting and failing to do like a green and purple bedroom.
Oh, nice.
It's not gotten there.
It's not happening
It's
yet.
not happened, but I like green and purple together.
In terms of the psychology behind colour though, you can do the same with interiors.
Yeah.
So, green in your bedroom is lovely. So next time I see you, I expect you to be...
Oh my God. I'm trying to do slow fashion.
You can do slow fashion,
still
you
do it,
can,
very
absolutely. And also you can dye your clothes. There's an amazing brand called Rit Dye
Okay.
that's kind of one up from Dylon.
Okay.
The Dylon are the OGs. We'll always love Dylon dyes, but RIT have amazing colours and also great blogs to read on for colours.
Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe
yeah.
dyeing is like a good place for me to start.
Dyeing's great, and also if you're reselling on Vinted or you're buying second hand,
Yeah.
you know, it can still be really sustainable.
Yeah, of course.
And also when you're making choices in the future, there'll be that for life.
Exactly. Oh, this has been so fun.
Good.
And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like so excited to go home and like actually just like have a look at my wardrobe and just be like, right. What can I work with and what can I, at least for now,
Yeah.
what do I already have
Yeah.
that fits this, and go from there.
Exactly.
Oh.
But welcome to the Colour Club.
What a joy. Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me in the Colour Club.
Pleasure.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this and maybe learned some stuff as well. And thanks so much to Sian for all your expertise and doing my colour analysis.
Pleasure. It's been a blast.
Yeah, this has been so fun. Did you think that I would be spring? What colour season do you think you are? Have you ever had your colour analysis done? Please let us know in the comments. And luckily no identity crisis today. And I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.